fired. Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this? No, I would have never fucking done that.
Guys, what do I do? Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step?
You look for another job. All right, let's get one thing straight before we dive in. 10 days ago, Charlie Kirk passed away. And whether you agree with his politics or not, the man was a father, he had friends, he had people that loved him. Death is not a punchline. But apparently, some wannabe TikTok comedians couldn't resist running their mouths, posting vile and disgusting garbage about his death like it was some kind of a joke. And now they're on camera crying because they got fired for it. Actions have consequences, and this is not cancel culture. It's accountability. If you're bold enough to spew hate for clout, be ready to pack up your desk when your boss sees it. So today we're gonna be taking a look at some of these clowns that thought disrespecting the dead was content. And now they're sobbing because reality hit back.
Clemson University is under a lot of fire after 3 of their professors came out celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk. One of the longest serving professors at Clemson University, Robin Newberry, who's making over 6 figures a year, posted this saying, in a world full of Charlie Kirks and Brian Thompsons, the United Healthcare CEO, be a Tyler Robinson or a Luigi Mangione. This man as well, Melvin Earl Villiver, who is an assistant professor of audio and global Black studies, also celebrated the passing of Charlie Kirk. He said, the day that Charlie Kirk passed, today was one of the most beautiful days ever. The weather was perfect, sunny with a little breeze. This was such a beautiful day. And then he made comments about Charlie Kirk with very derogatory remarks that I had to hide here. Now, originally Clemson...
What an asshole.
University Charlie Kirk with very derogatory remarks that I had to hide here. Now, originally Clemson University acknowledged all of these professors and what they were saying, but said that they had a right to free speech. But with all of the backlash they've gotten, Clemson University has now said today that they have suspended 1 of those professors, but not all 3. And now, out of the blue, Clemson has called an emergency board meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m., and people are calling on them to fire all 3 of those employees.
Here's the thing. We see a lot of remarks about free speech. Yes, you do have free speech. You have the right to say whatever you want on the internet. But just because you have the right to say whatever you want on the internet doesn't protect you for consequences of what you say. And employers have the right to terminate you if they want to.
Check-in after yesterday and all of the drama. I want to reiterate that it is not wrong or unethical or unkind to laugh at the misfortunes of terrible people. That Charlie Kirk incited violence. That's what he did. And then that came back to haunt him. That was his decision. So it's got nothing to do with the people who are laughing and joking about him becoming a human water fountain.
A few moments later.
So I received information that I've been doxed on X, so I'm going to have to step away for a little bit. And the AFP have been contacted, and also the Safety Commission as well have been contacted, because there's been a large number of threats coming through. And the irony of this situation, that all I did was say some words that offended some people, and now people have decided to take that into the real world and start, threatening and harassing and abusing people out in the real world based on their inability to manage their emotions.
You know what I think is funny? A lot of these people say that they are being harassed for just publicly saying their point of view, just don't handle criticism well. Are there some people that are probably out of line with how they're responding to what these people are saying? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure that there are some people that are pretty out of line, but I think most of it is just people who are completely unable to handle the criticism that is coming back to them. Because here's the thing, if you decide you want to have a public opinion on the internet, the people that hear that opinion are entitled to comment on it. And most of these people, when they start getting the comments or the criticisms, they call that harassment. No, honey, it's not harassment. We're just giving you our opinions and you don't like it.
My name is Luna, activist teacher, and I teach 4th grade in Florida. It's already been such a hard year having to deal with everything that Ron DeSantis makes me do, like teach math. I am currently...
It's already so hard with everything that Ron DeSantis makes me do, like teach math. You're a freaking teacher, come on. Come on. The stupid shit that comes out of these people's mouths never ceases to amaze me.
On administrative leave, and my principal has told me that I will most likely not be returning back to the classroom. All because I celebrated the murder of a misogynistic, racist, xenophobic fascist. Just to be clear, all I did was post a video where I was dancing and saying that he got what he deserved while pouring out a beer. I was also wearing a graphic t-shirt that depicted the moment that he died. And then I said his kids are better off without him. Really.
Oh, that's all? That's all you said? No wonder you're covering your fucking face, so you don't want people to see what you look like.
Not that bad, and for taking away my rights for free speech. And to think that I had at least 7 LGBTQ plus students in my classroom, and I know they need me. This is just so unfair.
I'm sorry, but in my opinion, those students don't need you specifically. They need a good, decent human being to look up to, which you clearly aren't.
How are you? I just got fired. Can I have you?
You said I have to leave the premises effective immediately? Okay. So, guess I'll see you guys later. I'm fired. You guys take care. Good luck, okay? Kind of relief. You guys have a good one.
Oh, man, I feel good.
Yeah, I'm sure you feel good. I don't believe you. They're trying to save face. That's kind of like the energy that all of them kind of put off. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm standing up for what I think's right. I don't care. You care. It's quite obvious that you care. It's your freaking job.
Got fired. And honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together. The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like, he was like guarding them or something. And then...
Because you are clearly the kind of person that will shoot your mouth off and try to rally people around using hatred. They don't want that on company property. Of course they're gonna try to stop you from doing that.
That's when I was like, okay, bye. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you later. They let me go. They fired me. He looked all disappointed. But honestly, dude, I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. I mean, I'm gonna be fucked if I'm not gonna get unemployment, but fuck it, dude. As they were like having me sign my forms and shit and like terminating me, wait, let me say goodbye to my friend Michael. Hi, Michael. I'm done. Yeah, so.
It's almost like a lot of these people might have thought that this was coming. They knew it was coming, you know, like, yep, I'm gone. All right, yeah, take care, Michael, bye. Knew it was coming.
It is what it is. But I think the relief that I'm feeling is a good sign because I did not want to do my shift today anyways. Like, I had a bunch of number 1 lessons, and that's dealing with first-timers, so fuck it, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm also shaking a little bit because I'm in shock, but whatever, dude, it is what it is. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, they were trying to be all nice about it and stuff, and professional, and they were like, you can keep the sweater and all the shirt and whatever, it's all yours. I'm just like, what the fuck do I need this shit for? But whatever. I'm free, dude. I'm free. And I think I'm just gonna start trying to do more of the things that I want to do and not worry about any other one else. That's one of my coworkers driving in the car, my ex-coworkers. He was pretty cool too. He would always like be like upfront and like just tell me how fucking draining the job was, and me and him were just both like fucking.
Yeah, go ahead, make your justifications. The job was so horrible, you don't care that you lost it. Keep making the justifications.
What are you supposed to do when you get fired? You just take it? You just take it like a man?
Yeah.
I'm unemployed. What am I supposed to do now? Do I go home and goon? Like, Guys, what do I do? Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step?
You look for another job. It's what you do when you get fired. You go home and you look for another job. And you probably rethink your life choices and try to figure out if you're the problem or if it's everybody else. Just saying.
Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step? Do you look for, obviously you look for a job, but like, I got no income now. I spent my last $300 on a parking ticket. That was on...
Really does speak to someone's character if they're having to spend their last $300 on a parking ticket? $300 on a parking ticket. That tells me that you're an entitled POS that just thought you could just park wherever the hell you wanted to. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too judgy. That's the impression I get.
I know. I spent my last $300 on a parking ticket. That was on me. I did let it sit a little bit. It was like a $30 parking ticket. It went up to
$30 parking ticket goes up to $300? Yeah, that's on you. That's on you. No one to blame but yourself.
300. I really don't want to talk about it, but what am I supposed to do, guys? Oh my god. This, you know when they say like once you get to a point in adulthood where it's not enjoyable? I don't know who said adulthood was enjoyable. I'm just kind of, but like, what am my gas? I haven't got enough for gas, guys. Oh my god. What am I? Is this what I can't do this? I'm supposed to do this for the rest of my life? Like I can't. What am I supposed to do, guys?
Maybe be a better human being so you don't get fired over what comes out of your filthy, foul mouth. Just an idea.
To the person that sent that video to corporate and got me fired, thank you. And I know that everybody is going to see this video too, and that's okay. I'm not going to say anything wrong. Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this? No, I would have never fucking done that. But it seems like with my life, no matter how hard I fucking try, I end up fucking shut up. But I know that everything happens for a fucking reason. And I may not know right now what that reason is, but eventually God will reveal that to me. I love helping addicts. I love helping people. This job stressed me the fuck out some days, but I didn't care because it was worth it because I was helping people. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. My daughter is about to go to college, and I don't know now how I'm going to pay for that. But I know that I'll figure it out. And if you want to send this video to corporate too, that's fine. But to anybody that creates content, if you work at a treatment facility, if you work in healthcare, watch what you say very carefully, because...
Is that not common sense? Is that not common sense? This is just my opinion. The common sense thing. If you work in any profession where you are taking care of anyone or expected to have any sort of empathy for another human being, you should take that under consideration before you are hateful on the internet. Teachers, healthcare workers, this chick who apparently works with addicts in a rehab center, it sounds like. If you work in a profession where you are supposed to be at all empathetic for another human being, you're gonna be held to a higher standard. And if you show your ass on the internet, if you're mean and hateful, celebrating the death of another human being, you deserve it. I'm sorry, you deserve it.
Because it doesn't matter if you don't speak somebody's name, just describing a situation is enough to get you fired. I did not know that.
A lot of these people are thinking it's Charlie specifically. It's celebrating a death. Charlie Kirk's death just seemed to reach a lot more people. So a lot more people are mad about it. But it's the act of celebrating the death of a husband, a father, a friend that, yeah, had a massive, massive platform. Celebrating the death of someone shows your real character, and that's what's getting you fired. Not because it's Charlie Kirk.
But now I sure do now. I don't know what I'm meant to do in this life. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I am trying to follow the path that I thought God had for me and wanted for me, but I just keep getting thrown different ways. Maybe I make stupid decisions. Yes.
Yes, you make stupid decisions. And probably, as of late, the dumbest decision that you made was celebrating a death on the internet, and it cost you your job.
I want to sit here and act like I'm okay, but I'm not. I just got laid off, which really fucking sucks. But also, I'm taking it as a blessing in disguise. I'm grateful. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm just frustrated that they waited as long as they did to tell me. So, hope your day is going better than mine.
My day is going so much better than yours. I am a fan of Just Desserts, and it's real sweet today.
What they have said about the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. Because it doesn't matter what political party you were on, no child and wife should have to grow up without a father and watch their father be unalived like that on the internet for the rest of their life. Starting off strong with this one here on TikTok that posted a video and has since been taken down, but this is still up on his story. This is him right now here, Vic Melter. And he posted a video chanting, "We got Charlie in the neck." I'm not gonna post it because it is very inappropriate and TikTok will probably take it down, so I will post it over on my FB. But now let's go to person number 2. This is Kristen Eve. She is an elementary school teacher, as you can see from the background. A pre-K teacher to be exact. She posted this right here. I'll let you pause to read, but it says, "He was a garbage human. I won't mourn him for 1 second." Pause to read the rest of it. This is Ashley Creekbaum. She is a New Orleans firefighter. She said, "I think he should be forced to carry that in his body. Has a right to be there because it's a gift from God." This is Samantha Margino, and she posted a video, and she is actually a school teacher as well. A special education teacher from this school right here. And here's the video she posted. Make sure you follow for part 2 because these are going to keep coming.
What's alarming to me is that a lot of these people that are losing their jobs are teachers or they're educators in some form or fashion. That is incredibly terrifying. I do not want people like this teaching my child. And I'm glad they're getting fired.
Governor Abbott just announced that over 100 teachers in Texas who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, they are being fired. Their teaching certificate is being revoked by the state. And here's the thing, Texas doesn't issue licenses for teaching. We issue certificates. And anyone who celebrates death, left or right, should never, ever be allowed to be around children or young, vulnerable minds. So, and let's be clear about something. They're not being fired for their freedom of speech. They're being fired for their despicable, repulsive behavior, because anyone that celebrates death, there is something mentally wrong with you. There is something wrong with your heart.
I made some stupid comments about Charlie Kirk on the day that he was shot. I said some things on Blue Sky and on Threads that I'm sorry, not sorry for, but I said them and I deleted them when it was requested that I do so by my employer. And then today, on a weekend,
He's gonna cry, cue the tears, he's gonna cry.
I'm told that I am no longer employed at Microsoft. After 6 years, building the diversity, equity, and inclusion department from scratch, I lose my job because one of you, some random person, reports my posts to my employer, goes out of their way to find out where I work and takes my job, takes my security away from me for a thought, for an opinion, and you talk about freedom of speech like you care about it?
Again, freedom of speech does not protect you from real life consequence. Sorry, not sorry.
And you're just gonna take my money, my life, my food off my plate because I don't like Charlie Kirk? That's not okay. It is not okay to target me because I felt joy that day. I can't help how I feel.
I'm sorry, but there is something mentally wrong with you if the death of another human being makes you feel, quote, joy. He says, I can't change how I feel. I felt joy. Not only is there something mentally wrong with you that you think it's okay to feel joy and rejoice in another person's death, murder, and then you have enough screws loose to put it on the internet like you think that everyone that watches you is going to agree? Sorry, babe. You felt joy when someone was killed for having an opinion. So now a lot of us are feeling joy that you've received consequences for your actions.
Joy. That's me. That's what I believe. That's what I think of him. I can't help that. So I don't deserve a job?
For someone whining that words are just words, you seem awfully triggered by ours. And that's the funny thing about words. They matter. Yours defend a man who spent his entire career weaponizing rhetoric, and ours clearly got under your skin. If Charlie Kirk's words were just words, why did they have real-world consequences? He spent years attacking DEI, and now we've got companies like Target rolling back diversity programs because of pressure campaigns fueled by rhetoric exactly like his. It's almost like words become actions. This is how influence works. Jim Jones didn't lead 900 people to drink cyanide because he was quiet. I promise you, Hitler didn't rise to power on hugs. Hate crimes don't just happen. They are born from words that make hate feel justified. So no, his words were not harmless and yours aren't either. And the fact that ours got you this worked up proves the point you're too scared to face.
Yeah. Words matter. So I guess that makes us all hypocrites. Calling out of DEI was calling out scams just simply wasting money. That's why they were getting rolled back, in my opinion. I personally find it amusing that the side that is constantly triggered and offended for every single little thing is refusing to acknowledge the fact that it took literal death to trigger us. We are not the same.
I got fired from my job today because someone publicly doxed me. And it was so bad that even my coworkers were getting harassed just for answering the phone. And I know I'll be okay, but I just posted a GoFundMe like 20 minutes ago and it's already over $4,000. And I just
Who is giving her money? Oh. People that are just as vile as she is. Why do I even need to ask?
Can't express enough gratitude for my community. And I'm not going to let this silence me. And I don't know what you MAGA losers thought you were going to get from giving me nothing but more time on my hands. But I love everyone. Simply for your support, and if you contributed to my GoFundMe, thank you so much. I am so grateful. You have no idea. Fired. I just got a call from my boss and the executives at the office that I worked at past him, and I got fired for posting a TikTok about Charlie Kirk. And before anyone asks, yes, I am looking up attorneys. I will be looking into what kind of leg I have to stand on as far as
You don't. You don't. But please, feel free to waste whatever money you may have on attorneys. That's a great idea. Instead of just going and finding another job.
A wrongful termination suit or anything like that. But honestly, I feel like I feel good. I'll do a full story time soon and probably make a little get ready with me to go pick up my stuff from security tomorrow. But ultimately, I'm kind of excited. Maybe it's my big three all being fire signs that make me really excited when shit like this happens. I'm yes, give me a challenge. Fuck you. So my new full-time job is going to be applying for jobs and looking for attorneys and cleaning my house and doing my homework. And posting on the internet, the thing that got me fired.
So I got fired from my job today because one of you guys decided to send my videos, my Charlie Kirk videos, to my boss. Yeah. I don't know who did it, and they won't tell me. They were sent anonymously to my boss.
Anonymously? Anonymously.
My boss pulled me in the office today, and he pulls up his phone and he said, "This you?" And I looked at it and I was like, "Nah, boss, that ain't me." And then, of course, I pop up on screen, so I can't deny it, that it was me. Who did it, MAGA? Which one of you guys got me fired, bro? Send my video to my boss. Who does that? Yo, and on top of that, you got my account almost banned, bro. I didn't even say nothing bad about Charlie. All right?
Must have said something to piss someone off. Telling you, the internet is forever. If you're gonna put something on the internet, people have a right to comment on it. And if they really don't like what you say, they can try to, get some action.
We had our differences, but I didn't know the guy. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I make conspiracy videos, yo. You guys got me fired. Fired from my job. Now what? How am I supposed to buy my Pokemon cards? How am I supposed to buy my double cheeseburgers with no pickle, extra fry, barbecue sauce with my chicken nugget? How am I supposed to buy that now?
Is he being for real? Is he being for real or is he just messing with us right now?
I bought that every night I got off of work. Love McDonald's, bro. More than I love Charlie Kirk. And now you guys got me fired. Boy. MAGA, one of you guys owe me a job now. Not cool.
Haley Curdell, a 911 dispatcher from Nashville, Tennessee. She has been put on unpaid leave due to her social media post. For some reason, Haley thought that this cartoon would be appropriate. This is a person that works in law enforcement. She's a 911 dispatcher. Well, she was. A lot of people on this app were making jokes about Charlie Kirk's assassination on social media. And today, they are waking up, finding out that they have no jobs and they have been fired or laid off. Well, what did you think was going to happen? Just because you don't agree with what somebody says does not mean that you should be doing stuff like this. It's disgusting. I hope they find the rest of the people that have been making jokes about the situation, and I hope they all lose their jobs.
This entire thing has started a movement. There are numerous people that are on social media, on every single social media platform that you can think of, that are specifically seeking out who these people are. A lot of these people think, oh, I'm just anonymous on the internet. Nobody's gonna know my name, but you're putting your face out there. And there are people that have become dedicated to figuring out who you are, where you live, who you work for, and getting your ass fired. And from my perception, it's finally nice to see the other side fight back.
And I like going on the internet and finding people who like to make fun of Charlie Kirk's death, and I let their employers know what they're up to online.
You got a list. He's got a list.
So I've lost my job. I got called into the office yesterday. I kind of felt like something was off, but they called me in the office yesterday, and after I finished like half through the work, and told me that they could either fire me or I could put a resignation in, but that would look better. But they fired me, or they're getting rid of me because of my TikTok and the book post.
I got me fired with my job. I woke up and told myself the shit from the Charlie Kirk shit from yesterday. What the fuck? I'm not paying my rent. What the fuck, y'all? I told y'all I was gonna not get me fired when y'all did.
The people people have gone online celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and many of them are now losing their jobs. Many of the people you've seen cheering on the passing of Charlie Kirk started with this man who just moments after Charlie Kirk was struck, right in front of him, was cheering on video that Charlie Kirk was hit. Then you have this woman who was a nurse going on TikTok celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and now people have found out where she works and are talking to her employers. This man who wrote this entire statement here is actually in the military, and people have already alerted Pete Hegseth, who is essentially this man's boss, and will probably be trying to do something about it. You have another woman who is a 2nd and 3rd grade teacher's aide who was posting about that she wished she would have heard of another obituary talking about Donald Trump, but instead she would settle for Charlie Kirk. And this man, probably the most prominent person to be fired after their comments on Charlie Kirk, was Matthew Dowd, who was actually working at MSNBC and went on air saying some absolutely terrible things. But more and more of these videos are coming out, and more of these people are going to be losing their jobs.
So there you have it. Grown adults whining and crying because they figured out that the internet is not their own personal diary, and that actions actually have consequences. Here's the thing. You don't have to agree with Charlie Kirk's politics, but you are expected to recognize that mocking a man's death is crossing a line. It's cruel, cowardly, and it says way, way more about you than it ever did about him. So when you lose your job for broadcasting that kind of nastiness, that's not injustice, it's karma. Rest in peace, Charlie.